Welcome everyone to Supercharged. AJ here, and in this video I've got a Hasbro Beyblade X unboxing today. And it's a Beyblade X, Tail Viper 580 Orb, and Sword Dran 360 flat. Let's take a quick look at the back of the box here. You can see Tail Viper 580 Orb and Sword Dran 360 flat. It also comes with the stats. This does not come with any launchers or anything, it's just the two bays. We've got Tail Viper being a stamina type, and Sword Dran is an attack type. Let's go ahead and open the box right up. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Oh my gosh, it's so fun to do. It's just completely destroy the box. Here I have the Beyblade side by side. I've got Tail Viper here on the left, and Dran Sword. It's Sword Dran here on the right. Now let's take a closer look at these parts. First off, I'm gonna pick a Tail Viper. This is the Beyblade layer. It has 3 snake heads on the metal prongs here by the gear bit chip. It's really cool. I like the design. And on this side here, we've got 3 sort of like viper teeth that kind of prick down and crush opponents from above. So the goal is for the teeth to knock it down like so. It kind of chips away at its opponent's stamina, and that's the goal of this stamina blade. But up next, we've got 580. This is in a nice orange and blue ratchet, just like the Takaratomi version. There's nothing different between the Hasbro and the Takaratomi versions, except the Hasbro variants do have QR codes and may weigh a little bit above or below. We're gonna check on that soon enough, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. Finally, we've got the orb bit. Now this is actually a limited bit in Takaratomi tournaments, which means that you're giving up 1 point to the opponent whenever you're using certain parts. For example, if I used orb, I'd already be giving away 1 point. And if I used 2 limited parts on the same combo, I'd be giving away 2 points, and etc. So it is a pretty good bit. I don't know why it's on the limited list for Takaratomi, but them's the rules. So just gonna move on to Sword Dran here. It's in a nice red color. It's a really good attack layer. I think it's been a little bit outclassed by now, but it does pretty good for the most part. And 360, everyone's go-to ratchet, maybe second go-to ratchet. I mean, 960 is just so OP, but there's nothing wrong with this nice blood red 360. Maybe a little bit of pink there, but very hard to catch on camera. It does look beautiful though. And we've got flat. I would say the best attack bit in the game. It's very standard, so it's very well-rounded in attack. So it's got some stamina, lots of attack, but there's trade-offs with these bits. The special thing with flat is if I did compare these two, there's a cylinder cone on flat, which gives it higher burst resistance when compared to one without the cylinder covering. You can see it right here on the right. This cylinder cone pushes against the ratchet, making it harder to burst. So that is fun. Now here I have the Takaratomi and Hasbro bays lined up side by side so you can see the difference. Or maybe the lack of difference. I have Hasbro on the left, here, and Takaratomi on the right, here, and here. I think the only real difference I've seen in terms of, I guess, paint or color is that the color of this ratchet is definitely a lot darker than the Takaratomi version of the 580 ratchet. So I found that actually pretty interesting. Now, the only other difference that I really know of is the layers. You can actually flip over the Hasbro layers, and I have the QR codes here for you guys to scan. By scanning your QR code, clicking here on the top right, you see I have my Viper tail, kind of low quality camera. Ooh, Viper tail. And I look on the back, scan that QR code, Tail Viper 580 orb unlocked. Yes, so you can take it and it'll go into a test battle. Yep, I fill my gauge. Slow motion cutscene for a burst finish. I think it's the same every time. Yeah, and I got a bunch of stamina abilities right here. You can tell it's stamina because that is almost like an orange emblem at the top. Yeah, and then you can see the stats, blue in attack and green in defense. Let's scan in Sword Dran. Click that QR code scanner and put my Sword Dran up to the screen. And now it's unlocked. It's that easy, guys. You just get the app, press the button, and scan your Beyblade in. And then you charge up. I'm just spamming. Yeah, it's always a burst. Boom! Bro got wrecked. I don't know why I'm spinning counterclockwise. Oh, last time I got all bronze. I thought you only got all bronze from scanning these guys. I've scanned a lot of these Beyblades in, and I've only gotten bronze, but look, Fireball, silver, Flame Geyser, silver, Scorched Blade. It looks like it's at full stats. Scorched Blade, silver, golden Scorched Blade. Alright, cool. Just hit that next. And you can look into your Beyblade collection. This is mine, by the way. So if you have a bigger one, just let me know down in the comments and I guess brag about it. I don't know. Next up, we're going to be looking at and comparing the weights between the Hasbro and Takeratomi Beyblades. We're going to start off with Tail Viper HASBRO 34.11. And now we're going to take apart Takeratomi. Can it beat 34.11? 34.61. Okay, so it is substantially heavier in Takeratomi than Hasbro. Hasbro really took an L there. Alright. We're going to start with Hasbro's Sword Dran 34.81. Let's see, Takeratomi's 34.51. Okay. So it's one each. For weight, Takeratomi ended up actually being lighter than Hasbro. I gotta make sure I don't get these ratchet and bits mixed up, because they look exactly the same from Takeratomi and Hasbro. But anyways, let's get that full combo in for Tail Viper 580 orb. How much do you weigh, buddy? 43.50, okay. And Hasbro's Sword Dran 43.22. Alright. For those of you who are new to Beyblade X, I'm going to quickly explain the different ways you can win. First of all, we have our spin finish, which is you get 1 point for getting a spin finish. It is simply when your opponent is outlasting you, they get 1 point. If your opponent knocks you out, let's say into one of these two zones right here and here, then it is 2 points. And there's a burst finish, which is simply when your ratchet comes apart like this. That counts as a burst finish, also for 2 points. And then the final finish is usually when you ride on the accelerator rail, you get enough strength, and you hit your opponent into the extreme knockout zone, which is this zone right in between here. This whole area is the extreme knockout zone. And that is for 3 points, guys. And it is usually a 1st to 4 match, unless you're playing tournament setup, which is, I think, usually to 7 points. But with all that out of the way, let's get on with the performance evaluation, where I battle these two Beyblades and see how they do up against each other. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip! Oh! Tail Viper completely repelled Sword Dran into the knockout zone. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip! let it rip. Oh, Tail Viper almost got knocked out into the extreme pocket and survived. Dude, Tail Viper lives to tell the tale. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Extreme knockout! Oh my gosh, Sword Dran was on this side and it was still able to get an extreme knockout. Oh wow. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Let it rip! Oh, 2 quick strikes. Last time it only needed 1. Tail Viper can turn this around, right? 3, 2, 1. Let it rip! Sword Dran with a massive victory over Tail Viper. Oh, so sad. Okay guys, that is going to be wrapping up this unboxing of Tail Viper 580 Orb and Sword Dran 360 Flat. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Are you guys going to be picking up this double pack? Honestly, for what it's worth, the value in this is actually insane. I didn't tell you guys before, I wanted to save this for the end. This red recolor of Sword Dran, the Takeratomi variant, is actually really hard to get and super expensive. So if you guys do want this rare recolor of Drawn Sword or Sword Dran, then I definitely heavily recommend this dual pack. And also, this guy, even though it didn't do great in the battles, honestly, the value in this double pack is still there. This Tail Viper is based on the Viper Tail from Takeratomi. You've seen it multiple times before. Did the side-by-side comparison, but it is locked away in a random booster select, and having this as a double pack readily available for purchase makes this set honestly absolutely goated, not gonna lie. 2 pretty much prized Beyblades in rarity anyway. I think they equate to the same rarity. It makes this set so good to pick up, but those are my thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Supercharged, and I'll see you guys in the next one.